Hi, I'm excited today. My chipmunk quilt arrived back home from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee at the Mountain Quilt Fest. I was really excited. It was a free quilt show. It's free to enter your quilt. It's free to enter the building to go look at the quilts. And it's a non-juried show, which means anyone can enter the show and their quilt will automatically be accepted as long as it's within the guidelines of their rule requirements. And so all levels are welcome to enter. And so I shipped my quilt over there, Mountain Quilt Fest in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It had to be mailed by like May 4th. So make sure if you want to do that, you need to plan ahead of time. I wanted to share why I think entering quilt shows is really fun for everyone. It's not just for like advanced, it's also for beginners, because this quilt, it didn't win a ribbon there. But I was looking on Facebook at pictures of quilts that people were taking there and put in Mountain Quilt Fest. And I was hoping to find a picture of my quilt to see if it won or not, since I wasn't traveling to Tennessee to see it. And I found a person, she had posted like about 22 pictures of the quilt show there. And mine was one of them. And so even when quilts don't win ribbons, it doesn't mean that it's not being enjoyed by the people going to the quilt show. And so I think it's really cool for like all levels to enter. Because at our county fair one time, I entered a pot holder in the quilt department, and they had this viewer's choice where viewers got to pick their 3 favorite quilts out of the whole quilt department. And there was like over 100 quilts, and someone chose my pot holder, which I thought was very interesting because there's so many large, elaborate quilts and everything. But what caught their eye and interested them was a pot holder. So I think it's really fun for everyone of all skill levels to enter quilts and shows. There's like juried shows, so I entered this into the AQS Paducah Quilt Show. And they usually get about 800 entries. You send picture your quilt into them. And out of about 800 entries, 400 were chosen to go. And I was really excited because mine was one of the ones that was chosen to go to Paducah in 2025. And so there's those juried shows where it's more for your high skill level, your more expert quilters. But there's a lot of shows like your local quilt shows and your county fairs. And it's not a juried show. We like to see quilts of all skill levels. And so I just want to say, like, I would really encourage everyone to enter their county fairs regardless of your skill level. Because, you know, even if it doesn't win a ribbon, it's being enjoyed by the people going by, being inspired by it, looking at it, you know? Sometimes like simple quilts where people see it and they're like, oh, that's cool, I could do that. And it can inspire people to want to make a quilt or get back to quilting. Or inspires them because it reminds them of their childhood quilts. So I just wanted to do a video and encourage everyone to enter their local county fairs, their quilt shows. You know, I hear a lot of people say like, well, I'm not like a real quilter, but they make quilts. And I'm like, I think actually when I was starting out being a quilting, I looked at people's quilts a lot more because I wanted to get to an expert level of quilting. So I was looking at their points and looking at everything. And I made this chipmunk quilt. I was inspired by a drawing out of Deborah Pompano's wood burning project and pattern treasury book. And I wanted to challenge myself with hand appliquing this. It's all little pieces of black fabric hand appliqued onto here. And then I quilted it. And I entered it in my local fair. And it won champion there. And It also won a ribbon for competing in the top 4 out of all the quilts there. And even though I'm at a level now where I've gotten accepted into the world-renowned Paducah Quilt Show, I still think that the simple quilts, you know, you can see mistakes in there, your points aren't quite perfect. I still think that they're just really fun to see. So I encourage everyone to enter quilt shows, you know. If you're thinking about it and you're wondering like, is my quilt good enough? Then I think you should just enter it because I think they're really fun to see. And so it might win a ribbon, it might not, but I think people like to see those there. So I encourage everyone to enter. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.